amongst friends will destroy you. She's alive! Alive!
I am Dracula.
Welcome to the Manor. We're very excited tonight. This has been one of those interviews that I've been waiting for since we confirmed it. If you are into monster collectibles, there is no doubt you know my next guest, at least the little name on the box, of figures like from the Universal Monsters collection, Terminator, Back to the Future, just everything out there that's cool you can pretty much pin on this company. It's called NECA, and my guest tonight is kind of the guy that shapes all that, Randy Falk. Welcome, Randy.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to this as well.
Yeah, this, if you're a monster kid, this is kind of our element in our playground, is just talking monsters and reminiscing about the history that brought you to where you are. So let's talk about that a little bit. What was little Randy like? What kind of upbringing did you have that led to Monsterville?
Well, I was definitely a action figure fanatic. Started with Mego child in the 70s. So the Mego superheroes were probably my taste of figure addiction. And then of course the Bad Monsters from Mego were my first monster figures. Mummy, Frankie, Dracula. And then Star Wars, which changed my whole world in terms of what to expect. Movie, collecting toys. I can't overstate the impact that Star Wars had on me at a young age. It changed everything. I wanted to buy every figure that place that I was completely enamored with the world. And at the same time, there was some cool sci-fi monster properties that I was collecting. Star Galactica, and then when Remford, the 3 and 3/4 Universal Monsters, those were some of my absolute favorites. I had a 9-inch as well, with the 3 and 3/4 with the monsterized limited version. Those are some of my favorite monster figures as a kid. And I was fortunate enough, I grew up sort of in the heyday of a bit of a surgeon. I had a brother who was 11 years older, so he watched stuff like Chiller Theater, which would air. I grew up in the New York area, in New Jersey, on WPIX 11 for those East Coast, tri-state area people. Late on Saturday nights, and my older brother would watch it. I was little, but I would watch it with him. And it scared me, not enough that I didn't want to watch it. Like I didn't look there. Even the opening intro, if anyone knows it, you'll find it on YouTube. That hand that comes up from the ground, and then creepy little boy. So I was just a book away. Something captured me. I can remember maybe 6 years old. My brother was I was watching. This is cool. And then he'd watch Monty Python, which I didn't know. It's right over my head, but I was really into the monsters for sure. And then of course, growing up in New York and New Jersey, on Channel 9 or Channel 11, we had double features on Saturday monster movie, or on Thanksgiving, is that King Kong or Mighty Joe Young. People don't realize we didn't have demand and streaming and all this. We look forward to watching these movies on broadcast TV like once a year, and not glued to the set, or whether it was Planet of the Apes, Hammer Horror, Universal Horror, or King Kong or Mighty Joe.
Those elements of childhood. I wonder if the kids nowadays, if it weren't for people like you that were kind of blazing the path with these fantastic action figures and these properties, maybe they won't have the same appreciation. I'm really trying to raise my kids differently, and I know you are with your family, but it's just scary to think that they could grow up in a world that doesn't have that appreciation of the old monsters. And back then we had to hunt it down to find it, or like you said, wait until a specific time of year to see it.
Yeah, I definitely have that in mind too. Especially what we've been doing here, right? We mined 80s for so long. Jason, Freddy, Chucky, Pinhead, and all of this, slasher, when we got to go back, like just the last couple of years, go back and do the Frankenstein, the Mummy, Creature, like the whole gallery, right? Our concern is, will the younger audience get into this or appreciate it or age now? So we want to educate them, have those who don't know Freddy, the Jason, or any of the other. It wasn't for all the Universal greats, for all the work of guys that here, all the makeup stuff that Ron Chaney did. We want the fans. If they don't know about it, we can speak about it with boys, and they'll go watch the movie. The makeup, you're a makeup guy yourself. You look at the stuff that he did with, Cotton. it's pretty phenomenal, right? And then getting to do that stuff for the 90th anniversary. It's amazing. 90 years old. They still look fantastic. And Karloff is the monster, always.
Yeah. To a certain generation, those will always be the benchmark. I mean, considering what they did with what they had as well. Sitting there watching it on the Shock Theater and those midnight movie marathons, that's what got me into it. Like 4 years old, I remember sitting there watching the old Castle films, the 8mm and Super 8mm. I don't know if you remember those or had those, but man, seeing it the first time and seeing that makeup, I actually believed that makeup was a real person. That it wasn't just makeup on a guy. And thankfully back then it was all about the classics. So you could go into your school library and find all these books about, what was it, Crestwood House? They had all these collections of monster books that you could learn about, not only the actors and the stories, but the makeup people like Jack Pierce behind it. Yeah. So what takes you from that point where you have the love of monsters, the love of action figures, and what direction did your life take that took you into the toy business?
Right. I always collect toys, buying toys. There was never a period where and this was in the 80s where it wasn't as accepted. Geek culture was very much on the underground. If you were in junior high or high school, you weren't talking about it or showing it. It was sort of like your secret shame. But I wore badge of honor. I went to G.I. Joe. He-Man was probably my next one. And then I got heavily into collected everything. That Playmates alive or 6 years of that. Just because they were such a cool, crazy design. Dug the comic book in the garage. I was always buying those. And when I was in college, I reached through the crossroads two biggest loves of were music, and I wasn't out as a musician. So I tried DJ'd heavy metal, internships. One at MTV at a record label. Realized, I don't know, there was something with music being personal, like something I'm very passionate about. To sort of push music or albums artists that maybe I'm a fan of, like disingenuine. So that was problematic. I decided to go on a different career in the toy industry. And as luck would have it, around that time, really began to change because of companies like Harlan Toys and the Florist, who are sort of pushing the limit of what could be done with action figures. Everything was always so simple and boy, they dumbed it down, right? All these guys were raising the ball, doing more detail, more texture, more paint application. There was a progression where everything was getting more realistic, and that excited me a lot. I was doing retail business at that time, even though I was still buying and selling toys, doing a little customized things that was into that there wasn't figures of. I was matching and trying to make my own, doing like James O'Barr, the Pro. I think when I was 15 or 16, I did my first diamond figure because I was obsessed with diamond and I was always dabbling in it. But then when Harlan really stepped into the scene in a big way, and I found out that even when it was based in Arizona, design studio in the Harlan Toys, New Jersey, where I kind of set my sights trying to get my foot in the door, wanting to, because at the time they were leading the industry. That's what I wanted to do. I'm a firm believer, and this is like pursue your goals. Sounds cliche, but don't take no for an answer. If you want something bad enough, you can make it happen, and that's exactly what it was for me. I wanted to get on the door at the time, and I met a few people there. Offered to intern in the summer just to get my foot in the door and let them see what I was doing. And that's what opened the door. I've been making toys professionally for 25 years.
Well, I am glad you chased that dream, man, because, yes, McFarlane blazed the trail. I mean, that's unavoidable. But, up until, 2002, NECA had been kind of doing the collectibles thing, I guess, under Real Toys, correct? They were doing the lamps and or non-collectible action figure things. They were doing different licenses as well. Then they broke on the scene with Beetlejuice, right? That was their first action figure that they did?
It was. Yeah, that was before my time. But that was their first foray. I've been doing, like you said, a lot of giftware. Very similar to what the company Paws used to do. People want to know what Paws used to be like Suncoast,
right?
They would do like PB figurine sets. They had like an 8-inch or 9-inch and where they're kind of pre-posed in vinyl. They would do a lot of different stuff. Suction cup, like needle cleanings, just different gift and novelty mugs, blow jars. So that's what NECA was kind of.
Yeah. I remember getting that whole set in Suncoast Video. I saw those and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I've been waiting for.
I like you on. Just to give a quick summary of what led me to NECA. When I went to McFarlane, they were leading the industry. They were doing a lot of really edgy, dark stuff, and I was a monster art. Of course, seeing like Movie Maniac, that was like extreme rock. So what McFarlane did was they took what used to just be done in the garage kitchen, and us old school guys, shows like Chiller, Monster Mania. So you buy garage kits there, and paint up yourself. That's the only way you could get like a leather Jace. Horizon did some final. They did some that real license. There's no tools. So when Movie Maniacs happened, this doesn't get any better. Jason, Freddy, Myers, Scream, Ghostface, So it was a dream from at that time. And then we did like chips to make zombie, just a lot of really cool. But as time went on, became more heavily involved in professional sports, and it's 80% of my job. 2001 was NBA, NFL, MLB, and it reached a point where I didn't enjoy going to work. That was a problem. You know, the saying that everyone should try to live how they can, do what you love. You never work a day. I loved it for a while, and it's not so bad. So seeing the NECA was into this figures, Beetlejuice figures, I looked at it. I know what to do, how I could have made it better. At the same time, I knew a lot of things I wanted to do on McFarlane that I wasn't able to do. I didn't want to do the company focus was getting mass market, Ford, Shrek, and the other things we were doing at the time. That the writing was on the wall. It's time for me to see what else is out there. Try to make a name for myself a portfolio and a bunch of my co-workers and artists who were feeling the same thing. So it was time for a change. And we knew we could do what we wanted to do elsewhere. That's kind of how the NECA came to be.
Yeah, I could see. I definitely could see the swing from 2001 with the Beetlejuice line, and then when we were speaking before, you said your first like official job for them was the Tron 2.0, correct?
That's correct. Yeah.
Quantum Leap.
Yeah. And this one is an interesting story too. So before I came on that, NECA had done reissues only 3 and 3/4 Tron. They were like the card of the border with the Marcus. And then Disney was doing this 2.0 game in OG3, and I knew that in the short term, I was going to be launching a Hellraiser line for NECA. That was the ace up my sleeve. McFarlane had never wanted to do it. We put the deal together with Miramax, Weinstein Brothers, and we were able to do that. So I knew in the first year here, I was going to make a big splash where, hey, we have Ball, Catterer, like they were the holy grail and everything. But before I threw the figure that was going to be that type of not important, wanted to test the waters, first make sure the factory battery and all of our features production was up to snuff. This was the first time which were the leading the charge, doing it on my own. There was an infrastructure already. I was a spook in the wheel. 50-something people in New Jersey, all the people in Arizona. Well, I definitely reading. I don't feel that I was essential or vital to end product. Whereas at NECA, it was all. So we had the opportunity to Tron 2.0, which were more detailed, had more manipulation. We played with different materials, different paint, iridescent, pearlescent finishes, some chase stuff with glow in the dark. We were able to sort of see what our factories that we were listening here handled, and it helped a lot. A few months later, we were a pinhead head that had like 103 pins inserted into it, and engineering that now back in 2004.
Yeah. So you were basically the new kid in the block when you started with NECA. How old were you then?
Boy, you're gonna make me feel old. I was just about maybe 28, 29, something like that.
Yeah.
So late 20s.
So that's still young for someone going in and making their mark. I mean, you came on like gangbusters, man. And I remember from that moment, the cult classics and everything else that came out of NECA, every project topped the one before. You know, and it was hard to do that on a lot of these, I'm sure.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we had a few things in our favor. One, I was able to bring on some great artists that I had worked with at McFarlane. I knew already the capabilities of some of these sculptors and what we could do together. Definitely could have done it without them. We had the good fortune that McFarlane had sort of gone in a different direction. It was fortuitous, right? Put them on the map and made the house the house. They wanted to be more involved, and that way we were able to get all these other take over Friday the 13th. We were able to do things like ground they want to do. So it was kind of like fumbled the ball. We were able to and run with it and never happen. We took over 2003, 20 years now. We took that ground on. It's we're never back. It's been champions for 20 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, a lot of companies have come and gone that have tried to, I don't want to say steal that the mantle, you know, of ruler of that genre, but I mean, there have been a lot of competitors, and NECA has been the only one that has stuck around for the most part and made it through all those other competitors.
Yeah, it's survival. Do it better than everyone else, and anticipate what's going to be hot next, what hasn't. Even when we are looking to do something like that, we look at the breadth of what everyone else has done. It's been done a lot. We study what Diamond did, and say like, how do we improve it? How do we make ours better? He has the old version, be it 10 years ago or 25 years ago. What's going to make them want to buy it? I know that our ultimate line is the pinnacle. The portraits, which are most accurate, most realistic, there's been so much in mass production of bunch of decorating on the base of 3D printed decor. They're not hand painting and they're all painted with photoreal technology. And then the way it's presented, having all the original ones, having all the key accessories that we would obviously put monsters, doing full color silk screen, really, not leaving anything. The fact that I've always collected monster figures, statues. I have a pretty robust knowledge of what's been done always kind of had it. Even when I bought something, enjoyed it, was proved not to purchase. Well, what would I have done? How could this be better? Luckily now, to take that vision along here. The work with the sculptors, painters, everyone's eyes involved. It's collaborative. We all push each other, do better, to elevate and never settle for it's good enough or it's close enough. It's always got to be next up.
Yeah. Well, speaking for the fans, I can tell you, we all see that, man. We all see and appreciate all of the hard work that your team puts into this. And I know I've sent you random messages from time to time when I've grabbed a new figure and just said, "Oh my God, dude, this is your best yet." And it's never the best. The next one is even better, and the next line is even better. So, on behalf of all of us fanboys, I do have to thank you guys, all your entire crew, from packaging to painters to everything. It's just incredible.
They appreciate it. Because like you said, it's everything. Right? So all important for all the great stuff. That's and the atmospheric lighting, creating movie stills, our stop motion animators, commercials that have really, I think, been game changing. He animates them just the performers and how they move. The creature, the black lagoon, coming. It's like you're watching. You
can see him dragging his feet. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff. And like the packaging guys, besides the one sheet art, which are two things you see on the front, the way with composites and collages on the back on the layout there, really impressive. Most of them are like poster work. When you guys see some of the stuff, what we're doing with John Carpenter, the dog feature, that packaging, I think, is my favorite done, maybe of all time.
No doubt. I mean, I've seen some of the pictures that you guys have released, and it's just like, how do you put that to a factory's hand and have it come back even looking like anything close to the concept that you put it out? Because we all know the factories, they do their best, but it is usually like, you guys especially test the factories, I'm sure, on the daily, because the stuff is, even like eyeglasses, stuff like that, you guys have so perfect.
Yeah, it's tough to manage. I have someone who works younger than Stefan, who used to about 30 weeks a year time up until COVID. After the pandemic, it was more challenging to manage remotely, and basically having a FedEx to try to troubleshoot from across the globe, not being just recently start returning and three and a half at the factory. Just being there, you get more in one day or one piece than we can do in 3 weeks remotely. Completely night and day. Hopefully that means people complain about the shifting. That's a huge part of it. The last 3 years were unprecedented for all of them. Getting anything produced. As soon as the pandemic started, container and shipping issues went on. Like 2 years ago, there was material shortages, chain problems. Fortunately, I think we ended it better. And having one of our guys who works in the design studio here in New York, being able to design work directly with our vendors speeds up everything more efficient and more accurate to our prototype paint master, the art crew. more seamless. It just makes for better end product. It's not how quick especially if we're doing contemporary and tied to IPs.
Well, I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for the remaining quarters of this year. What's that? Yes, yes. Yes, I'm being yelled at by our producer. I'm so enthralled in what you're saying. We are a little bit past for our commercial break. So we're going to take that break before a producer lady has a conniption. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about what it actually takes in the process to create that figure, from licensing on up to packaging and shipping. So we'll be right back with our great guest this episode, Randy Falk from NECA. Right back.
Phantasm Orlando returns to the Doubletree by Hilton at Universal Studios on Kirkman Road in Orlando with a very special night of the Demons reunion featuring legendary Scream Queen Linnea Quigley and Allison Barron with special effects master Nick Benson. Also featuring Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp and Victor Crowley and Rob Mello from the Happy Death Day series. Submit your entries now for the Shock Reel Cinema Film Festival exclusively at Phantasm. And Monster Manor is back once again to cover your horror favorites at the event. That's Phantasm Orlando, September 15th through 17th. Visit phantasmofficial.com for more details, VIP ticket packages, and more. We'll screen you there. We are back for our wonderful episode of Monster Manor with one of my idols, I guess you'd say,
Randy Falk from NECA. I'm always impressed with the stuff that company does. So run out to your store now, not NECA, but after the interview, check out some of the stuff that NECA does, and you will be a fan as well. So, Randy, we were talking before the break about some of the challenges with factories, especially during the last few years. Typically, what goes into a project from the beginning phases when you're coming up with a concept and dealing with the licensors to the time that it actually shows up on our shelves?
Well, okay. Typically, the process is about a year, 12 months. Initially, it starts with when we know we're putting the monsters or Hammer Horror, we'll figure out which character to first. Try to plan it out. Having all the heavy hitters. We want to have some I's, with some A's and some B's. If you have all, if you put it and it goes on, you want to have balance. You also want to do something that hasn't been done before or as. For example, when we did everyone always does version for get in the one that don't sense. We wanted to be conscious of what's come before and kind of fill the void. So we'll make a list of what we're going to do, what accessories make sense. Start doing screen grabs, picking out what's something unique about us, especially in 2023, that we still do a lot of traditional. Mostly, certainly all the big, almost all digital. All of our universes are tradition. So for those who don't know, we can play and wax, and maybe material for the portrait. But all the portraits by Trevor Drove is phenomenal portrait out of California. He's done all of the the bodies are of Kyle Windrick with us for Ray Santaleri, ClassicMonsters. I know he's been in the business for a long time. Makeup is a special guy. He's with SNL. Used to be Garage fantastic artist. And some other has had monsters. When we have the concept, we put it through the license approval. In the case of Universal, there's an added Universal Studios does not have a license to all of the performers. So there's an added NECA has to do a date, who are the gatekeepers for Lugosi, on Cheney, Elsa, Farlock. We have to individually do it to use those likeness and work with dates, which usually is Harry, son or granddaughter, who manages the will look at through the sculpture to preserve their family legacy, the job of their father or great perform. So it's an added step more time. Universal Racing has dialed guide and narrative monsters. We don't want it, right? We want the real deal. We want and so on. So we work with all of them, and if you look on the package, that's all called. That's the enterprise. Those they've been great to work with. Cheney is the great grand with Lon Chaney Senior and Junior. Phantom of the Opera, which is, we're doing stuff that rules public domain at all. We're still working with groups to use the rights. So then we start. On average, it's about 4 to 6 weeks to prototype, and then approval. Get it to a level where this is looking where we think it should be. It's time to show it to Universal Studios and the estate. Yeah. Reviewed and approved. Any comments or changes? Approvals depends on who's looking at it, how busy they are. If there's any tweaks required, then we can make changes. Once everything is fully approved, we then send what is known as a tooling pattern, tooling master off to our factory. Basically, a resin copy of the figure, unassembled, which is what the factories will use to create steel tooling without injection molded plastic. Was created. The steel cavities, steel mold, inject plastic into the tooling to create all of that. Tooling takes about 120 days, and then there's always debugging and troubleshooting that happens. Heat and cool too quickly. It might be an air bubble. Articulation might not be functional. It might not be the range of motion that we required. Might have to so probably about 8 weeks of debugging back and forth. And while that's going, I'm working on refining the decoration, going back and forth with those painter files. Our painters create some facial decor. And then in case there's soft goods, fabric components like there's tape or fancy clothes. There's a lot of back and with cut and sew. The challenge, especially at a smaller scale, but we prefer the soft goods. It doesn't need articulation, and as long as we get it to drape correctly and look good, and in many cases add furniture and various parts of the collar, perimeter of the cape, bend it, and close it as it is going, billowing. We do that as well. Then once we have our first sample, we do some photography, which is going to be used for marketing, for packaging, for social media. There you go.
Yeah, you can see the beautiful photography that is on every box, and I mean, not to mention the little things that get sent out to like the toy websites and everything to wet our whistle and get us ready to buy this thing months before it's even on the shore.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it is a team that works on components. I have the responsibility of overseeing the team and making sure that everything goes correctly and within the schedule that we need to maintain to hit our milestones. But then get to have a lot of fun creating stuff like that, and doing fun offshoots, the glow in the dark, and so homages he's doing the last 2 years on those over cards. Just giving
photos of those.
Yeah, I mean that's the nostalgia, right? You see that there you go.
You mentioned that Remco earlier. That was one of your inspirations. So the tooling is the expensive and the timely part. So when you have the chance to play with these, that's got to be extremely gratifying.
Yeah, absolutely. It amortizes further, like you said, right? And it lets me recreate a toy that was so important. So vital to me growing the mini monster collection. And it's also an interesting side note. NECA was a New Jersey company as well. When I was a little kid, I didn't realize that. As I got more and more into theaters, two sculptors lining up a lot of Kenner sculptors, Athena aliens, and stuff for Star Wars. Some of the same sculptors with monsters for them. A lot of these guys, guys, all working lab, and the best guys at getting jobs. So the leading company at the time was Kenner and NECA doing the best work in 2 or 3/4. There's a fantastic book on these guys, Engineering and Empire, and it's all about Kenner and the Star Wars storyline. There's some really cool stuff in there. Photos of the rocks, hard copy, actual work orders, like seats and pencil check for the job that they did. I forget which the guy who did like the book and Chewbacca. We're preaching phenomenal. It's super cool. When we were growing up, it was faceless. We didn't know who this stuff like. First, we put all of our guys in. We have a masthead, we have a creative team, and we have social media. Anyone who's a fan, look up who's doing this. But when we were kids, it was Hasbro, it was just faceless corporation. So if you really put the time and research it, you can find out now who's doing this stuff. I find it fascinating just to see where it all comes from. I consider myself a student of toy and face. I love it. I joke. There's really not a day that goes by, whether it's something classic that I didn't have place in the collection, or whether it's something from some of these guys doing it on the internet. I follow some amazing guys on Facebook or Instagram that are creating their there's this one guy in particular, Killer, Nego S1, little he just did a bunch of stuff like Power Con. He did like 8-inch flash Titan, which is another favorite of all that Harry House. There's like they were saying the fans are doing the work, and I firmly believe that. First, world fans here, we qualify under that. But the fan base out there is super cool. I think we see these guys that are traditional, that are doing stuff on their own. I'm happy to support it and encourage what they're doing. Not everything can be licensed, or not every brand is strong enough to support the infrastructure that's involved from concept. So if some of these guys are on their own grassroots, making 50 in the basement, as long as it looks happy to buy it, there's some really good.
Oh, absolutely, and I think it harkens back again to, like you said, the garage kit industry was the beginning of these hyper realistic, over the top action figures, where maybe that's still the case. It's one feeds the other, and I think we're going to see a lot of good change, and a lot of probably some very bold moves from some of these little garage kit outfits that are doing these custom figures. I've always kind of lived there as well in the custom figures, and been doing that for quite some time. And you do have freedom that you don't have when you're having to justify producing thousands of units.
Yeah, exactly. You and I have like our greatest American hero. Is, a childhood favorite as well. Just certain things like the fan base is rabid, but it's small. If there's customizers or artists to create, because necessity is the mother of art. What you want, you have to make it. There's probably a handful of guys like you and me out there that want there's certain things that I love the miniseries from 83, 84 with Lizard Aliens.
Yes.
Only thing out there was the 12-inch doll.
Oh yes, I remember that. Yeah, with the mask and everything.
Yeah, and the gun. I love that whole miniseries, both miniseries, TV series and miniseries. I've always wanted it for their, and it's not happening. It doesn't look like it'll ever happen. But I've been watching. There's a few different people out there sort of doing their own. Waiting to see who turns out the best. Probably those who are such a big fan of the series, those character design. Again, nostalgia is a huge factor for me, and being glued to the set when I was 10 years old. I think it was May.
I think Miss Producer Lady was telling me that there's a question about, and I know sometimes you can't talk about these things, so please forgive if this is one of those situations. Christopher Lee Dracula. Is there any hope that maybe we'll get some Hammer figures out of that?
Hammer is still in. We are about a month out from the International Toy Fair, being held the last weekend of September at the Javits Center. Collectors are probably familiar with the Toy Fair. It's 100 years. The last time there was a Toy Fair, February of 2020, right before shutdown. It has not been a Toy Fair since then, so it's 3.5, a little over 3.5 years. But Toy Fair is happening in a month. We will be there. Hammer and a bunch of other surprises as well. So there is a Christopher Lee and
Okay.
Patience. I know people have been waiting. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. We had a lot of other stuff, but it is definitely.
I think the better than with every fanboy within an audience shrieking. I'm really excited about that. That's awesome.
Yeah. What? I don't want to see that comment. I don't think I should say it.
Okay, we'll avoid that, but they're happy, right? Wow. So that's good that we only have to wait, a few more weeks now, a couple more weeks. So yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can see why. So yeah, everyone's happy with that, and I can tell you, if there's anyone that can do it, it would be that guy. Oh. No, I'm serious. NECA is the one that can pull that off. So I'm so excited because it's the perfect companion to the Universal Monsters. Is those from across the pond? I mean, we grew up with those as well. All of the Christopher Lee, and one of my favorites was always Curse of the Werewolf. That was an amazing visceral thing that you got out of horror. That up until that point, Universal was much more veneer. So everyone's excited about that.
He was talking about the thing dog earlier.
Oh yeah, the
They
thing.
could have left that out.
Yeah, my producer lady, my lovely bride, she took exception when I showed her the original pictures of the thing, the dog alien from the Thing series you guys did, because that part of the movie was just a little over the top for her.
That's the one thing.
But I'm like, I have to get that.
It's a figure that didn't need to be
Yes,
made.
and I for you. For me, I've got the other ones from that too. So
yes, and if you
I
bring
need
that
something
dog
for the
in
McCready.
this house, you get to leave with it.
Yes. No. Okay. So see, this is another thing, Randy. How many divorces has NECA caused? No. But no, we're very tickled about that, man. I can't wait to see the coverage coming out of Toy Fair. This is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. There hasn't been one. Like I said, almost 4 years. We saved fourth Toy Fair that we did not show or have. So we got some good surprises. Some cool horror and classic horror, especially if you did Halloween, it's a good time to show it. And what we have, especially all the same creative folks, the same artists who work on Universal and handle and Hammer as well. So the same level of quality and detail. And like I said, patience will be rewarded. We are just jammed. We have so many licenses, certain things, take precedence, take priority over others. Retailer needs what is most in demand, but we're always still serving the horror audience standards, and I think we're doing more horror than ever before. We have Toony Terrors, all the stuff we've done. There we go. The new series. Yeah, those are good. We have so much to be excited about. I love going back and doing all the classes and doing them better and doing them all one another too. The true scale that actually you can put them all on the shelf and every shelf. I feel like and done sort of left our mark and made the collection. The Universal Monsters very.
Yeah, and you guys again, you've hit the nail on the head with everything you've produced for that. So I can't wait for Hammer. I can't wait to see the future. We had some pictures of the aliens that you did. You did a beautiful job on the alien figures of the entire crew, and of course the awakening suits and everything. They were so perfectly done. Probably the most comprehensive group of Predator figures that we're ever going to see, and they're all good. That's the thing. It's so hard to say, well, this is one I can pass on. Thank you, but no, they don't have that with NECA figures. They're just always just knocked out of the park. It's just your team, like I said. And for those that are watching, please, on every box, there's like a list of credits. Do everyone honor and take a look at the names that show up on there, because those people, that's the team, including Randy, that's bringing these figures to you. It's not just a nameless, faceless group from overseas. These people that are doing this because they are filled with passion about doing this as much as we are buying. Oh, yeah. Thank you guys for all of that. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Awesome 2024, I guess, huh?
So these NECA people that thing are these people that we have in the country?
Oh, yeah, this picture, we have to talk about this. This goes back to the love of Halloween and having fun, I assume.
Yeah, that is that's a whole lot of things, a whole lot of the NECA team right there.
I love it.
I do like to have fun.
Yeah,
I do like Halloween, and from time to time, I do like to take my shirt off too. So, this past Halloween, somehow I convinced most of my crew to pay homage to the village people. Not a lot of work on that. We were outside parading, trucks honking at us, calls and whistles, a lot of baby oil. It was a good time.
That would have been an interesting day. Yes, I could see that. And then, of course, did we show pictures of the Misfits and
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've got some really excellent.
Why are you running around with no clothes on?
yeah, that one's recent. So, again, being a monster guy and doing some jerseys, the Misfits are legends. Horror, punk rock, New Jersey, all rolled in the they just played a show here in July. I think we got about 32 people in our group that went to the show. Which was cool. Corpse makeup, platform boots, it was a great night, a great time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm still holding out hope. I think the last action figure property was what 21st Century Toys way back in the maybe 90s. In the maybe we
Yeah,
we need
of the
to
guys
visit that.
yeah. There's 3 3/4 themed that Super 7 does, and I
Yeah.
think rumor has it they might have showed something, and they're doing like a Masters of the Universe He-Man style Mystic line. So like muscled out, 5.5 to 6 inch, squat like muscle pose. I'll definitely buy him, man. I'm a Fitz guy.
Mm.
Doyle, Jerry, best.
Well, I think that the future is good. Hopefully, we're coming out of the worst of the last few years, and we'll just have a chance to enjoy some of this stuff again. And hopefully, you guys don't stress too much now that things are getting a little bit easier and getting it over here and the production and everything like that. Because your fans are here, man. We're here to stay, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do and the hard work that it takes you to bring these amazing souvenirs of the movies we love.
So we appreciate it and appreciate the fan support. We wouldn't be able to keep making this stuff and having the fun we have and having the life we have. The fans love supporting you. And at times, the internet, social media can get a little not be the friendliest place.
Yeah.
A long break for a variety of reasons. I've known you for a long time. Probably the first interview I've done about a year and a half. But you and I have we just part of your program. It felt like a good time, especially with all monsters. A lot of fun stuff. And out of respect for you, your talent, ability as well, I wanted to sort of break myself, my first vow of silence, celibacy, and get back on and talk a little bit because your audience is getting the same stuff, and it's nice to sort of share a little bit more in depth, get people excited about their beat. It's going to be good to be back at the Javits Center. So a lot of what's coming in 2024, we're going to be showing. Honestly, I think Halloween 2024 and some of Christmas 2024 even at the show. So we're really giving 12 to 15 out. So there's a lot of really cool new figures that I've seen before. Some new licenses, new sizes. And again, we're just we're all fans. Everyone here has their own. A lot is always Star Wars guys, horror guys, or gaming guys, or He-Man guys. Everyone's got their own specialty or niche or they love. We all love toys. We all are fans of this stuff. And if you're ever up north in New Jersey, please come visit the studios. You'll see everyone's desk, every square inch of the place is toys. And it's not just NECA, it's all over. If it inspires you or motivates you in any way, have it in your desk. Encourage it. I've got a little space of toys everywhere. And it's a thing at home. And the multitude of storage units that I pay for. It's an addiction that I cannot stop, and it's been 40 plus years.
Well, I can speak, from the heart on this, man. I do special effects and sculpting and make monsters on all different scales. The stuff that you've produced has fueled my flame so many times and has inspired me looking at the articulation and the work, the incredible work of Trevor Grove and everyone's work that's just knocking it out of the park. And I know that I'm not alone. There are so many artists that that feed on the products that you guys are doing. Even my good friend Daniel Roebuck, we were talking about his wonderful count figure, and he was just going over the moon about this thing, and it fuels us to do what we do, whether it's writing or makeup or creating these monsters for movies. You guys, it's kind of gone the other way, where you were inspired by these people that made this stuff, and now you're inspiring the artists that make the movies and stuff. So I gotta say thank you. Thank you for staying through the hard projects. I'm sure there have been plenty, but you guys are tops in my book, and I will always be a fan of yours, Randy, especially.
Thank you.
You're making this stuff happen. You're the director.
I appreciate it, and like you said, it's surreal to know that happened. I was a fan of Daniel since River's Edge. That was a really important movie to me. High school, and I knew he was a collector and everything. And when that figure was finished and Rob Zombie asked then Daniel immediately tested me, and we struck up a friendship. First, he was one of the nicest guys in the entire world.
Yes.
And he was so grateful to have this figure and to have it be compatible or going the same love and reverence and attention as Bella, Karloff, and all this all be displayed together, and that the same people worked on his figure was so gracious and appreciative. And I just wanted to talk to him about River's Edge because I loved the movie. I wanted to find out what it was like, if they knew at the time, like, what they were making, and what a cast: Kristen Glover, young Keanu Reeves. It's just, if anyone hasn't seen it, stream it, rent it, buy it. It's a great sort of super movie from the mid '80s, and Daniel is amazing.
Amazing cast, amazing performances.
Yeah,
I would even liken Danny's performance in that. If you remember another Monster connection, but Lon Chaney Jr., he played Lenny in Of Mice and Men.
Yes,
and I saw a lot of those same qualities coming out of Danny in that, and that was, decades ago.
Yep. Yeah, totally. It's surreal, and again, it's like, the peers that I talk to about do this for the movies, like Daniel as a performer, guys like Tom Savini or Greg Nicotero, who I hear from regularly, who are buying art. I mean, these guys are heroes. Right? They're like pioneers in makeup special effects. Like, I grew up idolizing Savini. And whenever Savini's coming to New York, he always stops by and visits us here at S2E16. And it's like, or he'll text me sometimes. Because still, to this day, even though I've known him for years, I still get that butterfly feeling, like Tom Savini, like out of the blue, Or I get an email from Greg Nicotero. He says, "Good job on such and such." It's so cool with these guys that pay attention to it. Buy it. There's not a higher. It's truly like so gratifying. And then guys say, a huge horror fan, and giant in the world. Music and heavy metal, and this stage show is like a love letter to all the stuff we grew up, and that he's into it. He does a new project. He comes to us and asks me, "Hey, do you want to do this?" Yeah, of course I do. I love working with super collaborative, all is from the same, old school that we Universal Monsters, Monsters, Hammer, all the greats, 70s as well.
Yeah. Wow. Well, man, I know that we went a little bit over, and I thank you so much for your time. Yes, a lot of. I know Boris is going to be yelling at me, but I would love to have you back on again in the future, maybe after Toy Fair, so we can talk about some of the stuff that you showed. I'm really hoping for a Blackula figure as well. My buddy William Crane would probably, faint if he saw one of those.
We
but
have to send it.
we will hope for the best and stay on our edge of our seats, just like when we were watching these great horror movies as kids. So I can't wait, man.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on here to do this. And yeah, anytime. If you're ever up here in New York and you can come visit, and we'll do this again.
Yes, we do have family up that way, so I may message you someday and say, yeah, we're going to be in the area. So thank you so much for coming on, and safe travels, of course, at the end of September for Toy Fair International. We're anxiously going to await that. Thank you again for everything you've done for keeping the legend alive, keeping the Universal Monsters and Classic Monsters on everyone's list. So we can't thank you enough, man. And anytime you need us, you give a holler, and we're here for you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Randy. So, another very full hour. I know Boris is ready to come on and give his take on things.
My chicken.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Because Mr. Man wanted to talk for the whole hour, so
Well,
bye.
you know
what?
Boris, we're 90 minutes now, right?
90 minutes, what is that? You're gonna talk for
We're
the whole
90 minutes, so...
With something sucking up to get the tricky step for you. That's what you want to next week. Anyway, we're going to go. Because
you're under contract.
Yes, contract says last 15 minutes, and you done make
This is the last 15 minutes.
You got to write a new contract when you go 90 minutes, and y'all messed up the last about how Haven's never going to talk to. Want to talk to the other guys. So you've done move borders out there. So you broke contracts for borders without contract. Don't got to do disclaimer no more. Don't got to do stupid.
You can it. Can it? I'm running your
Produce.
So you brought us in center because Spencer make a bump the camera.
There, you're perfectly centered, my friend.
That's nice.
As centered as you
So all the two people to stay on after that interview, because everybody probably said an hour and a half got to go pee or be like, oh, who the hell this guy? Because you're not Action Figure Man or Hal Havens or Tamara. Anyway, it's Boris. The two people watching. Hello. And oh, you left the phone. Let's see what it is.
That's a
phone.
I use that.
Oh, clock! You not even pay attention to the damn clock. You got the whiteboard over there. Go hour and a half, hour this and that. So this fence to make a phone. He got kinky, but we're gonna not do that. Anyway.
So what you got for us today, Boris?
Boris got to do disclaimer, or are we still under that old contract?
No, you gotta do the
All right, disclaimer, Boris. Pretty much got to wait for fence to make it. The talk is behind off, and then you get 10 minutes to show up, and then you got to do stupid promos because this is the garden path, sheep path, friggin' gravel road to Phantasm, whatever the heck I'm going to call it. Boris is going to start his called the parking lot to Phantasm, where Boris sit in the parking lot to wait all the damn time. Anything come out this yeah, really. There's about 27 shows on the Facebooks now, something to Phantasm. So everybody going to Phantasm, and it's hopefully be crowded as hell. But if not, maybe the roads are like I-4 in Florida and all construction.
Oh.
Or I-75, where everybody flipped the thing. So now Boris did the disclaimer, but you know what's going to happen. Blame Boris. That's the short version.
Okay.
We thank you.
Yes.
So what do we got today?
Boris is going to start off with the second of the merch to Phantasm. It's like March to Phantasm, but it's merch. So for last week, if you're here and you actually stayed on or actually paid attention past the guest star, you know that we did Fence Detainer, which is a spud version of our host. And we got American Samoa Factories working on the Producer Lady.
Producer.
Yeah, the Producer Lady. It's all desiccated and surly like the Producer Lady. Oh, 3 facts about Producer Lady. 1, the universe is expanding because it's running away from Producer Lady. 2, when Producer Lady play Monopoly, she actually affect the world economy. So stop buying the damn oil, okay? Boris got like $11 a gallon. And 3, Producer Lady kept beating the crap out of her shadow because it followed too close behind. After about the fourth beating, now it stands 10 feet away from her.
Oh my.
Yes.
Well,
And the bonus one, Blue Lady Gargle with magma.
Magma.
Yes. Because that's hotter than the lava. Lava when it come out magma deep inside. So she actually like
when I
go
have
in there.
post-nasal drip.
Yes, post-nasal drip, she put that little neti thing in the neti pot and the magma go up and down and then she sound like. But this is the merch to Phantasm. Now, Borders got the sensitivities, but now Borders has to every week contend with the honey badger that's 5'2" and got the bad attitude and the killer with the chocolate. You all know, you hear the voice come from behind the camera, the lady, here it comes. So she mad. So Borders figure what. Oh, by the way, before we start this, 1972 today, Blackula show up for William Crane. Thank you very much, William Crane, giving us Blackula with Prince Mamuwalda. And that scary thing that makes Boris crap the shorts with the lady run down with the guy with the hook hand. That's the Morgan. And we're going to wonder why Morgan got the hook hand.
Easier disemboweling? I have
Yeah.
no idea.
So, anyway, that's Boris to get sidetracked. Screw it, Spencer, make us spend an hour talking about action figure. Boris going to do something. So, Boris figure out how you defend yourself from a 5' something honey badger with windmill power that can get you from across the way. So, we come up with scientific facts. Boris watched Batman movie in 1966 and in the helicopter. There's a whole bunch of stuff, right? So, we got. Talk to top scientists, the guys that Phil Swift made the flex table and the slap shot and stuff. And we got the producer lady Begotten Spray. There's 100% organic. It got organic stuff in it, and it's GMO free. So if you're covered about that, this is preservative, it's GMO free. And what's the face? You can use it on kids, use the cats, safe. And it says, open it, don't risk it. I mean, you pop this sucker, she's going to run it through like a rhino and the African game enclosure. So this got a whole bunch of stuff.
But I thought it was supposed to make me go away.
Oh, this to make it go away because it got compressed soy in it. It got tree nuts, methane, was it sulfur, powdered magma. Powdered magma. You got to use the powder of some liquid you're going to go and decaf coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty much it's gonna smell like a home baby. Had the canteen and the set up and set up.
So what does this do if you're not producing?
Nothing.
Well,
it's probably going to disgusting. But this is formulated. It's still the brush for a couple of days. And the hairbrush, DNA, one of the best scientists in Micronesia. Yes, that last had 6 people looking at it. So it's good. When you got the rat, 14 feet, this goes.
Something else like factory.
Open is gonna make this better. You know, we want another do that die. Because you ever notice after the fat kid getting the leg and the chocolate, the boat has one less seat. Then by the time they get to that damn waffle no car, the thing is only one people, the thing and then they got to make so. What is fucking proud. But like in that whole thing with the you did. But it was too much. Got them kids in there. Johnny Depp movie. And also don't like Tim Burton but daddy issues. Roll down, not that I move it. Daddy issues were first born out, and now I mean, with Gene Wilder, daddy issues. Johnny Depp had daddy issues. So that can make it best for that's nice one. Hell of a bunch of money to talk about. But this is done in 1995, and beyond it's 1995. The magma really get away from it's official at the bar. So we got to scan them with the QR code. this will be the table. Then you're like, that's sort of national register. You cannot send this. This has to go by like land. You can't send this through the post office or buy it on the road. Not come up at your house. Because they're going to be like, okay, done. We're going to have like 1 or 2 of these at the table. It's fantastic. Yeah. What you listening to? You're so bored. You're listening to YouTube. No, I'm watching TikToks. Not even the good one. It's the guy who pretty much slapped himself in the nuts at my time for lunch. But this is going to be expensive and pretty much it appears we're having audio issues again. That's fun. It's best to make it talk for an hour and a half with no audio issues. And all of a sudden the waters come on. This is the second time the waters have audio issues. Stand by. We are trying to figure this out.
Stand by here. We're trying the internal microphone. We're going to see if that works better for some reason.
Let's just can it. This time,
There we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that. Miracle. Because Border's going to get up and leave, and then they're going to, oh, no, we want the punching bag on. So this is going to be at the table, the merch to Phantasm. There we go. The Defense to Table Doll. Now, again, this only got an effective range of about 5 feet. So if you want to get that close to a rabid honey badger, they're going to punch your face out when she starts blinking. That's on you. So anything, all safety, when you buy this, all safety is on you. Border Industries take no responsibility for not working or having this can shoved in the nether region where you got to get the emergency room and pull it out. And says warning may be hazardous to health if you use this. Because the stuff ain't going to hurt you. Producer lady going to beat you with this. So say open at your own risk. You're going to spray with this really fast and run like hell.
Lest you be stuck in the cloud.
The cloud again. It's cloud. You're just going to stink. This is formulated DNA-wise in the finest Micronesia lab of Barry the scientist.
Barry?
Yes, diploma in crayon. But Barry the scientist from the spittle on the toothbrush and the hair and maybe, the makeup wipe. And this is producer lady specific. The Illuminati is here and they're making the producer lady spray. And this is going to keep her away from me with Phantasm. You spritz her and she's going to pretty much, like Dracula with the what's the face, the garlic.
The crucifix, the garlic, the holy water.
And that's another thing. Like, most understand with silver. Silver's supposed to be pure metal and everything. And the vampire can't see himself in the mirror because back then it was made of silver.
Yeah.
And you can't see that. And silver's supposed to be like, the nice metal, not like gold.
Right.
And then the vampire got to count stuff because it's this. What the hell, garlic?
Yes.
I mean, when did Eastern Europe have friggin' garlic in the 1300s when the vampires show up? That Marco Polo had to go to China and then come back, and then, they were getting spices from the Crusades, but nobody decided, hey, Giuseppe, bring the garlic with you. It's not like that. But vampires like, garlic. You know what? Everybody, you go to the Italian restaurant, you garlic too. Like you go to the Olive Garden. Blech. And then they put the garlic. One more garlic?
I don't get that.
Garlic stink anyway. Vampire be a fart. It's the same thing. You just stink like dumpster fire smell. You could have a candle that stink like, dumpster fire and dead skunk in the it's not just garlic. And then the crucifix is pretty much useless.
See, I do the same thing every time we get bills in the mail.
Yeah, pretty much he hisses and he yells like Gollum, it burns us, and then he drops it. And pretty much producer lady wait till like 3 days before they shut off the power and then they make a pay. But he's like, don't want to touch it. It burns us. It makes the bank's accounts goes to peers. But again,
I like it.
He's nice.
I won't use it, but I understand.
Bo's going to keep it handy.
Is it like bear mace, basically?
Yes. It's bear mace, but if the bear, the bear not going to pull your intestines out and strangle you with them if you miss.
Yes.
Like bear gonna be, what are you doing? But with producer lady, she got intelligence and that predator instinct. So she gonna pretty much be like, and if you miss her, you catch in the face and you don't get the right eye. She's gonna take this can put up sideways.
Yes.
Or make it like a Foley cat, the whoop of the.
No, I would actually be able to get that at Phantasm.
Yes, this and about another one. There's only 2 of these at Phantasm because they're very expensive to make. But Boris is gonna take that hit. because you use Festimate credit card and going to give this to you at the discount. But again, $50 for the can, about $275 if you want the full.
And you also have the
Festitator
Festitator.
at what, the $99.95 or $129.
Oh, it's gone down?
Or $129.95.
It was like $199.95.
You know what? I get more than pissed Borders off. You're going to make it like 50 cents to send it the Dollar Tree, the Festitator. But Borders, you want one, monsterman1313.com. Borders make one and give it to you. You take a pre-order. But this stuff, you got to let Borders know ahead of time because, or with Micronesia, got to, get in the paddle boat and send this over. Yeah, this is like illegal in 14 countries. Pretty much any European country, and Borders think that The Hague said there's a war crime. So
anywhere she isn't.
Yes.
They don't need it.
No. But, people...
I say you probably just need to be nice around her and stay off her list. That's the thing. That's the problem, is people don't know. Be nice around... Listen, Borders going to say, stay around here about 10 minutes before the show happened. Try, Mr. Be nice around her. Somebody almost got his bottom lip pulled over his head today. Hey, I didn't say it was easy. But this is, see, you know what? This is the deterrent. Yes. Be nice to producer lady, but it's like the warning. If she get mad, at least you got it's like a nuclear weapon. Yes. We don't need them.
You've got options.
But we got options.
I see.
And Borders, he's seen what she can do. And that van dented outside because she got mad. So, and she hit the bird. Borders in the thing, and she maliciously ran over the bird. Not one. She's like the bird killer, and then she yelled, "Don't touch the chickens!" No, she done murdered, cold-blooded birds. Where Big Bird had to have the bird mafia come for her, and she sent them back pretty much baked. And two bird mafia people. But
I only rear-ended like 3 birds.
That's right, 3 birds. How many?
You didn't rear end though.
How many birds? How many birds have you murdered with your car? 0. How many?
Well, that's what they get for changing lanes without signaling.
Borders,
one of them was.
Borders has been driving for over 20 years, and Borders changed a lot of lanes. He even drove cross country, and he never hit damn bird.
Listen, you were there. He just came out of nowhere.
I didn't know, and she, bam. And that bird, you saw the butthole on the mirror, the thing, and then she had to put the wiper on to scrape the butthole because it's stuck on. I think we're going to need another disclaimer. Disclaimer. That's what happened.
No birds were harmed.
No birds were harmed during this story. But Borders, birds allowed, but you go to Borders waiting to make the drive the phantasm with Bruce Lee in the car because he's gonna have a crash helmet and the shoulder pads for the football. Oh yeah. And watch her nail something because
maybe a screen in the front.
Borders hear the story about the time we went to Tennessee and they pretty much tried to beat crap out of the people in the back seat while driving. She's violent, and that's why you need producer lady. Now this is gonna keep her at bay. It's kind of like when we dropped the first atomic boom boom, and everybody went, until Russia got them, until producer lady make anti-border spray. Borders got the, the tactical hand here. Yes. And Borders gonna take this home. You ain't leaving this crap here like Festitator. Nope, you're gonna get the producer lady. But this is a short, Borders not gonna go home with a fat lip. Okay. You need a hula hoop with those taped to them, and Borders this gonna have a better one. It's gonna we coming up with the one that they spray the pesticide with. We're gonna put it in the backpack like a flamethrower, and you wear that, and the producer lady get by. You get about 50 feet, and you spray with that. Sounds like an Elon Musk proposition. Whether we may be.
You might have to put it in the flamethrower.
Maybe, no, you don't put the flame. You just make produce and make the lady mad. You hit it with the flame. That would cool down the powdered magma. Yes, you don't want to cool everything in here too. Don't play with this. Don't alter this because every ingredient is in total homeostasis with the other one. It's like a symbiosis where they move this. Now you put extra powdered magma. You pulling this can out your ear socket. Yeah. You cut out the decaf coffee. None. You take the soy away, pretty much you write your own death warrant because you're going to be wearing your skin like Ed Gein. Yeah. So what do we got going on after this? Are you going to be up for a little bit of time on the TikTok? Oh, sure. What you want to stay? But if Borders gets to sit in the chair and do TikTok instead of but Borders go outside for a little bit. They come back, you're still talking to famous people. Everybody leaves. And I do appreciate you for
coming and going.
I wonder what that means. What?
I don't know. See, it went away.
Wi-Fi, but we're not on Wi-Fi. We're directly plugged in.
Hardwired. I don't know. Maybe there's an issue with bandwidth.
Yeah.
We're getting throttled.
Well, as long as everyone can hear us and see
That's
us
the
and
Illuminati
everything like that.
throttling Boris because he now has a weapon to keep their, their version of the Predator at bay. Because producer lady has gone to Walmart and Boris went with them, and she has disappeared like the Predator. All you hear is the clickety clickety click, and then hey, over here, and you look, and there's nothing, and all of a sudden there's crap in the shopping cart.
I'm quick. I skitter around.
But then she can walk under the aisles. You're tiny. You fit in small spaces.
I do fit in most overhead compartments.
That you do. But you escape from them, too. That's what Fence
This is true.
You ever see a lady punch through reinforced plastic? That's why you got to produce a lady spray. Produce a lady be gone.
So
100% organic, GMO free. Because you can't make, GMO.
Is it glutenless?
Now, this is interesting.
Boris don't think that pretty much methane, tree nuts, and magma, powdered magma, got gluten in it.
Do you know what that is, Boris?
That's called the delay.
No, more important than the delay. I just wanted to remind everyone we're now on Twitter as well.
Is that Twitter? Boris fat head on Twitter too, waving this around like a yellow lightsaber sex toy, something like that. Disclaimer. And
you are on Twitter. We are now on Twitter. We're on YouTube and we're on Facebook. And that's for the live. If you're subscribing to us, you're seeing it live. Hey, and then you get to see it on Tingler, all edited and cleaned up.
Cool. The best part of this is like lightsaber side. So when Festival would go. And the boy grow up and Boris sit there and like Obi-Wan in Bellevue, and he's like, your father wanted you to have this when you were old enough.
Yeah.
And then he's like, what's this? Don't put it in your eye. Because he got some DNA from the producer, like, it may blind him. But then he's gonna try to go like off to Polk County with a little green man.
Yes.
Learn the force. Or at least learn the ways of cooking things.
Or if he F's up, he can use it to protect him from his mother.
Yes.
And we got.
Boris gonna sell this to your kids for Christmas. The Christmas present. It's like Hobo Baby gonna definitely need this. Although with Hobo Babies, the gaseous emissions, you couple that. You ever have a skunk on fire with the dumper?
Died inside
Something
her.
died. You know what? This probably her will to live. She just look at her soul. She look at herself and go, "I'm here. I got to do cheerleading, that's done.
And chores.
Chores and got to feed the dogs like a
Heaven forbid, she's got to separate her laundry.
And then the boy in there just attached to the computer. If the Wi-Fi ever go down, your son gonna pretty much have a conniption.
Yeah, he's gonna cry.
Like God forbid we send Lord touch himself back to 1970 when there's no electronics except for the stupid boop 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 game with the little lights. What is it? The Remco football game.
Yeah.
Boy, God, man, it's really fun. Boris going to buy him that football game where you put
I could never figure that.
The football players
the
on,
people that
and then you turn it on, and everybody
football.
got the Parkinson's moving around, and they shut it off, and the Michael J. Fox people stop, and it's like it's nice. So Boris going to do that and have him look at it and go, "The hell."
Yeah.
He doesn't even like sports, so he'll really be confused.
That's funny. Boris got the picture of him. Did you give him with the little thing? He dressed like the Thurman Munson with the catcher thing.
4.
See? That's what that. I need the Boy Scouts. He was in the Boy Scouts, which means he's scared too. He got a knife.
Yeah.
But he
can whittle you something.
He can whittle you something, or he's the bleeding the guy. So if he cut himself, you just got to wait 10 minutes as he drops down.
Yeah.
Then you call EMS and they give him some lactated ringers or something. But again, producer lady spray. Yes, lactated. And Boris knows stuff.
Very smart.
Well, you're not smart. Boris get the chance to read while you spend an hour and a half talking to famous people and say, Boris, don't say nothing.
Yes, thank you for indulging me, letting me speak with Randy from NECA. That was a good interview, though.
So
I'm excited to see everything.
So we are, in fact, going to TikTok after this.
Yeah, we're going to
okay.
TikTok.
So I just want to make sure the people knows. Yes, we're going to
the
TikTok.
TikTok and
careful, don't bump the camera.
In about a half an hour, we're going to TikTok. We
Yeah.
normally go at 11.
Boris got to make
Take a little
trip
bit
to
of time.
Wawa, pick up the sandwich.
Got to make a pee-pee.
Too late. Boris got the bucket underneath the thing. Remember that bucket we pulled the stuff out of last week? Boris put it down there.
Oh, we should have mentioned this. I shouldn't take your time with it, but the contest for the tickets. We're giving away 2 weekend passes for Phantasm. How many people shared this live?
All right, here's
Because
the deal. We're going to bribe you to
up.
like Monster Man and go to Phantasm. You want 2 tickets? Was it VIP?
No, just regular
just a
weekend long tickets.
All right, so you want to
Two
show up
regular-
from the 12th to the 19th is Phantasm. You're going
The
to
15th through the 17th.
same thing. You know, it's a road. It's
If you
a
go
path
any
to
other time,
Phantasm.
there's no guarantee anyone's going to be.
You know what? Maybe they will be there. How the hell do you know? Last week, the people stayed till Monday. Some people came in Thursday. The load in is Thursday. You want to
Well,
see
the
get
good
cheap
parts.
crap early thing? Show up Thursday, pretend you're the
Or
hotel
maybe
staff.
people drop some stuff in the parking lot when
Yeah,
they're getting
just-
out of their cars.
Hey,
really
that was
good.
us.
Like last year, Borders play put on the red jacket and pretend he's valet. So you got the whole bunch of collectibles that he can't. He waiting 7
How did
years.
you make out getting collectibles, and I just had a compressor dropped on my toe?
Because Borders pretended he's a valet, and somebody went, "Oh, park this, thank you very much," and then they run away.
Did you
And
collect parking fees from people?
free it's valet, but then Borders take the keys and drive away in like a Chevy van.
Okay, I'm gonna run the disclaimer one last
Disclaimer:
time.
Borders may not have done that, Borders. But this year, if you see Borders ask for your car keys, it's your up or you on your fault if you get it. But it's the 12th to the 27th of September. Tony Greco going to be there all days, and you're going to win two free
September
passes,
15th through 17th.
15 through 17.
And they can check www.phantasmofficial.com.
We're not doing the WWE. This 2023, phantasmofficial.com. If we got to do HTTPS : www.phantasmofficial.com. Hopefully they updated the damn site. You know, then you're going to do that.
Don't run that
He is shaking.
Who's
The camera.
shaking?
You're shaking the camera.
because he's
Because Butters banging on the television. He's like that guy from the network. He's mad as hell not going to take it anymore because Butters can't get the 2 free tickets to the 12th to the 74th of January. This is going to run constantly.
All right.
You got static on your headphones.
Yes, you do.
I got none of
Producer lady got this Darth Vader neck fan going in penalty shirt by Darth Plagueis. Anyway,
it. Feels
but
good. Try it.
say goodnight, Boris.
Give me that back.
Wow,
you
that's-
jerk waffle.
Butters going to buy that one for driving in the heat when they got the mask, they got the Naugahyde seats.
I think
Anyway,
you're getting nicer.
What do you got to do for the pencil maker? What we got to do? You got to share and like the post, right? You got to go to Monster Man and say you like Monster Man. Then you got to share this post.
You got to go to the live, share the live, and we're going to be doing.
It's kind of late to share this live now.
Well, they have been given this information. This is on the official Monster Manor.
Who pays
Facebook.
attention to us?
I hope everyone. This is a chance to win 2 tickets.
You lucky you had the famous guy on
Two
Wednesday and
weeks
Saturday,
ago.
or else we talk to the same 3 people. Tony Greco, the Mrs. Phil, and then some guy named Steve, pretty much, who show up because he's going to die. He's a security guard somewhere, and that's all he gets is a stupid channel on the Facebooks. We're getting producer lady nodding the head with the Charlie Brown cup, drinking the baby's blood out of it.
We had
Stay
a
young.
lot of viewers tonight.
So anyway, we got to do to go up to the live. We got the next one on Wednesday, right?
Wednesday will be the next one. We're
At
having
9 p.m. We're having
this one's a good one.
pretty much Amanda Hug and Kiss
No,
from
No.
I Spit in Your Eye
No.
horror movie. What? We got the
Donald Glute. Now Donald Glute.
you're gonna
He-
when Borders got to go away to dyslexic speed dating with the master. You're gonna have Donald Blue on.
You're not going to be here.
No, Borders told you not Wednesday
Oh,
and not
yeah.
Saturday either. We're going on dyslexic speed dating cruise.
Okay. Well, yes.
So Mr.
Donald
Donald Cruz, the man has been he's a dinosaur fanatic. So he may have the little what's the face, the little Barbasol can with the dinosaur stuff in it. You never know. Because he knew that guy. And then he wrote then they wrote well, you hold the dinosaur head. The man killed the dinosaur and showed the skull
I don't think
on
he
the
killed.
picture. That man is dangerous, and he's also a great writer because Borders read some
He
of
didn't
his
kill
stuff.
the dinosaur.
How do you know? We were around when he was the dinosaur died.
He doesn't have.
You know, that's another thing. It was, you know, God said, let there be light. Producer lady slapped his hand away from the switch and say, please.
Oh my!
And then she pretty much windmilled the universe into existence. That was known as the Big Bang. Oh, but Borders got the joke for you, producer lady. You know how, like, everybody in generation likes humors and everything. And, you know, like, John Wayne in the Greatest Generation and, we got the boomer Alice Cooper and stuff like that. So what generation was Forrest Gump?
He was a boomer.
No, he wasn't. He was Gen I.
You walked right into that.
Don't tell
But I did-
that
I did
joke to Sir Touchums
I did too.
because he won't let it go.
Yeah,
That
look,
one
look, grumpy pants. Don't tell any joke to look grumpy pants. 1, because they're gonna get sticky, and 2, you're gonna repeat it until it die.
Oh my!
Waters went in there to look at the turtle, and it was like a goop trap. Anyway, Anyway,
What?
glue trap. Like a movie
Now
theater.
I gotta go check on the turtle.
That turtle looked like Alien from the Hive. Like, God, man.
Oh my.
Poor Gamma.
So
By the way, that turtle sees some stuff. Okay, that
So-
turtle is seeing some stuff.
let's
So on Wednesday, at 9:00, all right, before Wednesday, you go tell everybody, hey, come see Donald Glue 9:00 on Monster Manor.
yes.
Then you come on the live and you share it, right?
yes.
You share it to friends.
And we count.
And if you don't like
shares.
people, share it with your enemies and let them know friends to talk to people for 2 hours. A producer lady yelling at him and trying to fix the audio about the Radio Shack from 1996. Anyway,
Yes.
then you share that, and then you go to Fantastic. Look at this. I shared it and I made the thing, and I'm watching. Give me the free ticket.
No.
Say Tony Greco promised me free tickets.
No.
He said the password
We
is
will
Amsterdam.
notify the winner.
We notified the winner. The PayPal number is MonsterMan1313.
See, this is why people don't let you do their special things like this.
That's
You gotta be clear with these instructions.
What is this clear? You go after you share and you send $50 via PayPal or Venmo to MonsterMan1313, and that will put you up
No,
higher in the
Venmo is producer lady.
Venmo producer lady, and then Cash App is give us my money, Monster
No,
Man.
it's also producer lady because producer
Damn.
lady takes the money.
Damn, producer. Boris gonna
I
bet
don't-
defense to make ain't got no paper in his wallet.
No, he's not
Nope.
allowed to have
Ain't no
paper
green piece of
money.
paper in the wallet. Nope, that's right. So
Jesus.
after you like, share, and then share it with the enemies because pretty much will annoy the hell out of them. Go to Tony Greco, say, hey, Scott Fenstermaker said I get 2 free tickets.
Hmm.
And then he'll tell you, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then you say, stop lying. This was the requirements. I like and share with at least 3 people. And then I come to you and say, give me my free tickets to the 18th to the 74th.
We will pick
And
the
then-
winner. We will pick the winner based on the number of shares for all the shows entire.
Oh, you're going to go pick the hottest chick on the
No.
profile picture, right?
Well,
He
then
better not.
she would win.
That's how he dies. And then I'll take that can and shove it sideways up
No,
his
this boys
stomach.
take
So-
this home. But no, well, you can pick the sexy man too. There's 2 free tickets. So you pick one for the
Oh.
lady, one for the guy. Right?
I'm sitting in the chair.
Can
I can actually.
Can I share it to Michael Keaton?
No, you know who you producer lady.
You know what?
I do.
She got the.
I'm gonna see how good this is.
She got the moisties for
Say
President
goodnight.
Snow.
Oh,
Yeah, the Frito scoops. You know what? Then now Boris himself like some Linda Carter. That was nice. But Donald Sutherland, she liked the Donald Sutherland for Buffy.
yeah.
Oh, man.
Not like,
What?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. With
That
the
would
little
be good.
curly
Imagine that
afro.
Boris, so you come, ooh, and that means he want to have the bed sexies with you.
No, I prefer him
That's true. I
at
mean,
the